To Own a Dragon, Reflections on Growing Up Without a Father by Donald Miller and John McMurray. Prologue. I've never written a prologue before, but near as I can tell, this is where the author explains the book's shortcomings and asks the reader's kindness. This book has many deficiencies, and I'm sorry for them. If it helps you to know, I wrote the book in one sitting, on a plane leaving Pittsburgh for Los Angeles. I would ask you to keep this in mind. It's not true, but the thought may help. I also want to say something to the women who will attempt this book. I'm delighted you have chosen to join us, and you are more than welcome, though you must kindly accept my apology for aiming the text at less agreeable creatures. It's not that I think women are less affected by the absence of a father, only that I have relied on personal experience. I think we would all agree, inking a stroke toward the feminine would have been a financial move rather than a personal exploration of the issue. I might have sold more books, but it would have exposed the fact I know nothing about women, save their lovely smell. So the decision to target a male audience will explain the simple vocabulary, short chapters, and bathroom humor. I only hope when you come across the latter, you will be honored to remember I would never have been so offensive if I'd known you were in the room. A note should be made about the voice of the book and the way John and I went about this. I lived with John and his family for 4 years, and I learned a great deal while I was there. In thinking about what to say to young men who grew up without fathers, I relied on many of the principles I learned from John. In putting the book together, then, John and I would talk through issues, and I would write each chapter with those conversations in mind. The voice is mine, but the wisdom is his. That said, this book has been healing for me to get on paper. A writer learns more from what he writes than the reader. It often applies the perspectives after the book is written. We are a depraved group in that way. As for the healing, I hope something like my experience in writing this book happens to you in the reading. It means a great deal to John and me that you would want to spend time with us, and we are grateful. Donald Miller.